Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Codehal. In this video, we will learn step by step about how to add to cart shopping in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Here, you can see a navbar that contains a logo and a shopping cart icon. Then here, there are several products. Each product has an image, product title, and price. Then, if we hover over the product image, the image will be slightly enlarged. Now if I select a product, for example, this product, then we will be directed to the product detail page. On this page, it displays the product title, reviews, price, product description, size options, and color. Then on the left side, it displays one main product image and thumbnails. If we click on this thumbnail image, the main image will change. Then here, for color, if we click on one of these color images, the main image and thumbnail will also change. And next, if we have selected the product color we want, for example, I choose this color, and I select size L, click the Add to Cart button. Then on this shopping cart icon, the total number of products will appear. Then I will select this product color again, and with the same size. We click the Add to Cart button again, and the total number of products will increase. Next, I will select another color, for example, this yellow color, and now I will select size XL and click Add to Cart again. And next, I will select another product, for example, this one. Then I will select size medium. Now, if we click on this shopping cart icon, we will go to the cart page. On this cart page, it displays several products that we have added to the cart. Here, there is also the product image we have selected, title, size, and color of each selected product. Then, there is a price column for each product, quantity, total price, and remove product. And below here, there is a subtotal, delivery fee, and grand total. Then the checkout button. Then here, for this product, it has a quantity of 2 because we added this product twice. If we increase or decrease the product quantity, then the total price, subtotal, and grand total will be updated. And the total number of products on the shopping cart icon will also be updated. Finally, if we click on this remove icon, for example, the product with this yellow color, then the product will be removed from the product list. And the subtotal, grand total, and total number of products will also be updated again. Alright, let's start creating step by step about how to add to cart shopping using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But before continuing, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to Codehal so you don't miss other interesting tutorials about programming and web development. And now, let's get started. Inside this images folder, I have prepared several images that I will use in creating this e-commerce website. You can download all these images from the link in the video description. Then, this is the HTML file that I have prepared with a basic HTML structure. I have also added a link tag to connect this HTML file with the style.css file. Then this is the CSS file. If you want to use this initial setup, I have also provided a download link in the video description. First, we will create the navbar. In the body element, we create a nav tag. Inside the nav, we add an anchor tag with the class logo, which contains the text e-commerce. This logo element will navigate to the index.html page when we click it. Then, we add another anchor tag with the class cart icon, and it will navigate to the cart.html page. Then, inside this element, we create a span tag with the class cart item count to display the number of items in the cart. Next, we will add a cart icon inside this element. For that, we can visit the Remix Icon website. Click this GitHub icon. And copy this code to use it. Then paste it here. And now we will look for the icon we want. Click this icon. And click this to copy the code. Then paste it here. Now the navbar has appeared on the index.html page. Next, we will add styling for this navbar element using CSS to make the appearance more attractive. First, for the body element, we set the text color for the entire page. Next, for the nav element. Position fixed so that the navbar stays at the top when we scroll. Top 0 and left 0 to ensure the navbar is at the top position. Width 100% to fill the screen width. Padding, top-bottom 20 pixels, left-right 9%. Background weight. Box shadow to add a light shadow effect. Display flex, justify content space between, and align items center so that the elements inside are arranged neatly. Z-index 100 so that the navbar is always above other elements. Then we style the logo. Font size. Color. Text decoration none to remove the underline. Font weight 600 to make the text bolder. 4 card icon. Position relative so that it can adjust the position of the child elements inside. Font size, color, and display flex. Finally, we style the cart item count element. Position absolute so that it can be positioned relative to the cart icon. Top, right, width, height, background. Border radius 50% to make it round. Font size, color. Line height 20 pixels and text align center to ensure the number is centered in the circle. And finally, display none. Now the navbar looks neater, with a white background and a light shadow. Next, we will add some products to this page. We add a section element with the class product collection, which contains a heading with the text, latest collection. Then add a div with the class product list. This element will later contain the list of products available on our e-commerce website. Next, we create the script.js file. And make sure to link this file with the index.html file. And here, I have already prepared a list of products in the products.js file. Each product has attributes such as ID, title, price, and description. In addition, each product also has various color variations with a main image, thumbnail, and available sizes. We will use this data structure to display products dynamically on our e-commerce website. You can download the code from this file using the link I have provided in the video description. Or if you want to write this code manually, I will scroll down, and you can pause this video. Next, also link this file with the index.html file. Now we go to the script.js file. We will display a list of products on our main page. First, we get the HTML element with the class product list using query selector. This element will be the container where we display the product list. Next, if the page is a product list, we call the displayProducts function to display all products. Now we will create the displayProducts function. In the displayProducts function, we iterate over the products array located in the products.js file. For each product, we create a div element with the class product card. Inside it, we add the product image element, product title, and price. Then, we add each product card into product container, so the products will appear on the page. After that, we add an event listener so that when the product image is clicked, the product details are saved in session storage, and then we are redirected to the productdetail.html page. Now, we can see the product list successfully displayed on our website page. Each product has an image, title, and price. Next, we will add styling to make the product display more attractive. First, we add styling for the element with the class product collection. Top padding of 100 pixels, left and right 9%, and bottom 30 pixels. Then for the heading, font size, text align center, margin bottom 15 pixels, and font weight. Next, for the product list element, display grid template columns so that columns adjust to the screen size with a minimum width of 280 pixels and a maximum of 1 fr, and gap 20 pixels to provide spacing between products. For the img box class, display flex, overflow hidden so that parts of the image that exceed the boundary are not visible, and cursor pointer to indicate that this element is clickable. Then for the image inside img box, width 100% and transition 0.5 seconds for a smooth effect when hovered. Now we add a zoom effect when the image is hovered. Transform scale 1.1 to enlarge the image to 110% of its original size when the cursor is over it. Next, for the product title element, font size, font weight, and margin top. And finally, for the price styling, display block, font weight, and margin top. Now, we can see the product list is neater. When we hover over the image, it enlarges with a smooth transition effect. Now, before we click on one of these products, we will create the productdetail.html file. Now, if we click on a product, the page will switch to productdetail.html, and the selected product data will be saved in session storage. So, on this page, we will display the details of the selected product. In this productdetail.html file, create the HTML structure. Change the title to Product Detail. Then copy this CSS link and icon link, and paste it here. And don't forget to make sure to link it with the script.js file as well. First, we can copy this navbar code. Then paste it here. Then here, we can create a div element with the class product detail. Inside it, there are two main sections, product img for the product image and product info for product information. For product img, it contains a list of thumbnail images in thumbnail list and the main image in main img. Then in product info, first, it contains the title, then a rating with a star icon. Go back to the Remix Icon website and search for a star icon. After that, there is a price element, description, then an element for size options. And color options. Then there is also an Add to Cart button and product policies. Now, we can see the product elements have appeared on the page, but their layout is still messy. Next, we will apply styling to all these elements using CSS to make them look neater. First, we style the product detail element. Display grid to arrange elements in a grid layout. Grid template columns to divide it into 2 columns of equal width. Gap 40 pixels to create spacing between columns. And padding to provide space around the elements. Then, for the product img element. Display grid, grid template columns 1 fr for the thumbnail and 4 fr for the main image. Then gap and height. Next, for the image inside the product img element. Display block, with height 100% and object fit cover so that the image is not distorted and still fills its box. For thumbnail list. Display flex direction columns so that the images are arranged vertically, and gap. Next, for the image inside the thumbnail list. Height and cursor pointer. Then we style the title. Font weight, line height, and margin bottom. For the star icon inside the rating element. Next, we style the price. Display block, font size, font weight, and top-bottom margin 20 pixels. For size selection and color selection. Then for the text, select size and select color. For the size options and color options elements. Display flex and gap 10 pixels. Then for the size buttons inside size options. Width height 45 pixels, background, border so that the border is not visible before the button is selected, and cursor pointer. For the images inside color options. Width height 75 pixels, border, and cursor pointer. For the selected size and color. Border becomes gray, indicating that the element is selected. Next, we style the Add to Cart button. Padding, background, border none, font size, color, cursor pointer, and margin bottom 20 pixels. Then for product policy. Border top and padding top. And finally, for the text inside product policy. Top-bottom margin 3 pixels so that they are not too close to each other. Now, the product display is neater. The main image and thumbnails are well arranged, and the product information looks clearer. But this product detail display is still static. We will make it dynamic. So when we select a product, the product details displayed on this product detail page match the product we selected. First, we can delete or comment on all these thumbnail images. Then the main image. Next, delete the title text. Price. And description text. After that, all these size options buttons. And finally, all the images in color options. Next, we can go back to the script.js file. First, we will take the product detail element that is on the page or file product detail.html. Then, here we will add one more condition. So, if the page is the product detail page, then we call the display product detail function, which will display complete information about a selected product. Now we will create the display product detail function. This function is responsible for displaying the details of the selected product. First, in this function, we retrieve the product data stored in session storage. Then, we select the HTML elements that will be used to display product information, such as the title, price, description, main image, thumbnail, color options, size, and Add to Cart button. We also set the default color and size of the product by taking the first color and the first size of that color. Next, we create the function UpdateProductDisplay, which is responsible for updating the product display based on the selected color. Inside this function, if the selected size is not available for the new color, we set the first size as the default. Then, we display the main product image according to the selected color using inner HTML. After that, we fill the thumbnail list based on the main image and 3 other images of that color. When a thumbnail is clicked, the main image will change. We also fill the color list with images of each product color, and if the currently selected color matches the displayed color, we add the selected class. When we click another color, the product will be updated. Then, we fill the size list based on the sizes available for a specific color. If a size is clicked, we update the size selection by marking it as selected. Next, we set the product title, price, and description according to the product data retrieved from session storage. Then, we call UpdateProductDisplay so that the initial display immediately matches the stored product data. Finally, we add an event listener to the Add to Cart button so that the selected product can be added to the shopping cart using the Add to Cart function. Now, we can see that the product details have been successfully displayed dynamically with the title, price, description, and main image that match the selected product. If we click an image in the thumbnail section, the main image will change according to the selected thumbnail. If we click one of the product colors, the main image and thumbnail will also update according to the selected color. And we can select the available sizes, indicating that the size is currently selected. Next, we will create the Add to Cart function. This function is responsible for saving the selected product into session storage. In this function, first, we retrieve the list of products in the cart from session storage. Then, we check whether a product with the same color and size already exists in the cart. If it does, we simply increase its quantity. If it does not exist, we add a new product to the cart with information such as ID, title, price, main image, color, size, and quantity. And finally, we save the updated cart data back into session storage. After that, we create the file cart.html. So, when we press this Add to Cart button, the product data will be stored again in session storage, and we will display the product data stored in session storage on this cart page. First, in the cart.html file, we create the HTML structure again. Change the title to cart. And copy these CSS and icon links again. Then paste them here. And don't forget to make sure to also connect it with the script.js file. Then, we can copy this navbar code again. Then paste it here. And next, we can create a div with the class cart. Inside it, we create a div with the class cart header, which contains title columns such as products, price, quantity, total, and remove. Then, create another div with the class cart items as a place to display the list of products in the cart. Each product will be displayed with an image, name, size, color, price, quantity, total price, and delete button. And finally, we create a div with the class cart total. Inside it, we display the subtotal, delivery fee, grand total, and checkout button. Now, we can see the basic appearance of the shopping cart. However, the layout is still not neat. The next step is to add CSS to make the appearance more attractive and tidy. We start by giving padding to the cart element to provide space from the edge of the screen. Then, we style the cart header element. We add display flex, padding, font weight, and border bottom. Next, for the span elements inside cart header, flex 1 to evenly distribute space among each column and text align center. Then for the first span element inside cart header, flex 2 to make the product column wider than the other columns and text align left. Next, we style cart item. We add display, flex, align item center, padding, and border bottom. For the product element, display flex, align items, center, and flex 2. Product image, width and margin right. For the size color box element, we add display, flex, align items center, gap 10 pixels, and margin top. Size element, padding, background, and font size. Next, we set the price, quantity, and total price elements. Flex 1 and text align, center, for input inside the quantity class. Width 50 pixels, padding, border, outline, none, and text align center. Then for the delete button. Background, transparent, border none, and flex 1. Icon inside the delete button. Font size, color, and cursor, pointer. Next, we style the cart total element. Width 400 pixels, margin, top 50 pixels left auto to place the element on the right side of the page. For heading inside cart total, margin bottom, 15 pixels. Then, for all paragraph elements inside cart total, display flex and justify content, space between to ensure the text is left aligned and the price is right aligned. After that, for paragraph elements except the last one, we add border bottom, padding bottom, and margin bottom. And for the last paragraph, font weight, bold. And finally, we style the checkout button, display block, padding, and margin. Now, we can see a neater and more attractive shopping cart display. Next, we will continue with JavaScript so that the shopping cart data can be displayed dynamically from session storage. First, we will retrieve the cart element that is in the cart.html file. Then, here we will add one more condition. So, if the page is the cart page, then we call the display cart function, which will display the list of products that have been added to the shopping cart. Now, we will create the display cart function. This function is responsible for displaying products in the cart from session storage. First, we retrieve the cart data from session storage. Then, we retrieve the HTML elements that will be used to display the list of products in the cart, subtotal, and grand total. Then, delete the element's contents before adding new products. And if there are no products, we display the text, "Your cart is empty," and set the subtotal and grand total to 0. Next, we declare a subtotal variable to calculate the total price of items in the cart. After that, we use a for each loop for each item in the shopping cart. We calculate the total price per item based on the unit price multiplied by the quantity, then we add it to the subtotal. Then, we create a div element with the class cart item. And inside it, we will add HTML elements. We go back to the cart.html file. And we copy these few lines of code. Then we can delete or comment out these few lines of code. After that, we paste it here. Then we will make it dynamic. First, for the product image, product title, then size, color, unit price, quantity, and total price. Then, in the quantity input, we add the data index attribute containing the index value so that we can know which item is being modified. And also add the data index attribute to the delete button. Next, we add the elements we have created into the shopping cart container. After that, we update the subtotal and grand total elements with the subtotal calculation results. Now, let's see the result. For example, we select a product with this color and size L, then we click the Add to Cart button. Then we also select a product with another color, for example, this one with size medium. And this one with size XL. So now, if we look at the cart page, the products we selected have been successfully displayed on the page along with all the details and all price calculations. Next, we will create functions to handle the delete button and quantity. First, for the remove cart item function. Then for the update cart quantity function. And we will call both functions inside the display cart function. So now, if we change the quantity, all prices will be updated. And if we click the delete icon, the product will be removed, and all prices will also be updated. Next, we will display the total number of products in the cart icon on the navbar. We will create the update cart badge function. So, this function will retrieve cart data from session storage and sum up the total number of items. If the number of items is greater than 0, we will display the number on the cart icon. If there are no items, the badge will be hidden. Next, we can call this function here. Then inside the update cart quantity function. And we will also call it inside the remove cart item function. And finally, inside the add to cart function. Now, the total number of products in the cart icon is displayed. If we remove a product, the total number of products will decrease. If the cart is empty, the badge will disappear. If we add products again, the badge will appear with the total number of products. In the end, we have successfully completed the creation of Add to Cart shopping using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I hope this video can provide insight and benefits for you. If there are any questions or anything unclear, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Codehal channel so that you don't miss various other interesting tutorials about coding and web development. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and see you in the next video.